everybody, Sick this year again to talk to you about what I bought and what I watched today. And today, one of my local thrift stores, Liberty Thrift and Home Furnishings, was having 50% off all their media. So I picked up a few DVDs and a few CD soundtracks. So let's take a look at what I got. The first thing I'll talk about are the 7 CD soundtracks I picked up, all for $1 a piece. And the first one was SpongeBob SquarePants, The Yellow Album. This here is not quite what I was hoping it was going to be. I thought it was going to be all music from the TV series. Unfortunately, from what I can gather, it looks like it's only a couple songs from the TV series, and all the rest are songs just for this CD. So, wasn't quite as happy with this as I thought it was going to be, but it does have the SpongeBob SquarePants theme song, so for $1, had to grab it. And then I grabbed the soundtrack to The Untouchables. Simply just a score, and as I said many a times, for me, soundtracks are very hit or miss. I don't always like every single one. In this one, it is somewhat mediocre. I'm not a huge fan of this score, but still, had the movie, had to get the soundtrack. Then I grabbed the soundtrack to Radio. This here actually has some decent songs on it, a pretty decent soundtrack, so very happy I picked this one up. Then I got the Miss Congeniality soundtrack. This here also has some pretty decent songs on it. I would say the downfall of this is the fact that it has some covers on it. Had they all been the original songs, this would have been a much better soundtrack, but still, pretty decent. Then I got the soundtrack to Cocktail. This here is a great 80s soundtrack. It has some really good 80s songs on it, and if you're into the 80s, this is definitely one to pick up. The downfall for this soundtrack is that not every song is a hit, not every song is necessarily one I want to listen to over and over again, but it definitely has some great songs on it. And then I see the best CD soundtrack for last, and that was the soundtrack to Princess and the Frog. Very, very happy to get this. As you know, I'm a huge Disney fan. Definitely want to get every Disney soundtrack there is. Eventually, someday, I will get them all. But definitely happy to come across this. So for $1, that was a steal. This movie has some fantastic music. This is one of the few Disney soundtracks where I listen to almost the entire thing all the way through. There are a few songs on here that I'll skip over, but for the most part, every song from this movie is fantastic. Very happy to get this. Now onto the DVDs I picked up. Grabbed all these for only $1.50 a piece. A fantastic deal. And the first one I picked up was America's Sweethearts. This is a movie that I've only ever seen in bits and pieces here and there on TV. Never seen the whole thing all the way through. Was never quite sure if I even wanted to get this movie, but it does have Billy Crystal. As I said many a times, if Billy Crystal's in a movie, chances are I'm going to buy it because I'm a huge Billy Crystal fan. So for $1.50, figured I'd pick it up. Then I grabbed the Laramie Project, and this one I actually watched tonight, so we'll talk about this one in a few minutes. And then, saving the best for last, the last DVD I grabbed, again for only $1.50, was Season 1 of I Spy. What a great deal. $1.50 for this. A fantastic deal. I've actually never seen a single episode of this show. I do have the movie. Loved the movie. Thought it was great, but obviously I'm sure the movie's going to be absolutely nothing like the TV series. But I've always wanted to check it out. So for $1.50 for Season 1, it was a steal. So that's it for what I bought today. So now until I watched. And today I checked out The Laramie Project. And this was a great movie. Absolutely loved it. Definitely a movie that touches the heartstrings. Definitely a movie that to watch if you're into, human rights. Very, very good movie. And what this is about is, in 1998, and this is all real by the way, in 1998, a kid named Matthew Shepard was killed in his hometown of Laramie, Wyoming, by some 2 kids from his own town. They just beat the hell out of him, left him for dead, and he did end up dying. And this group of gay men and women who apparently put on plays, they decide to put on a play about the incident. So they go to the town, they interview the townsfolk, get some testimonies, and from that they're going to put the play on. And again, mind you, this is all real, this actually happened, and this movie is about it's about the making of the play, basically, but it's not real. It's not like an actual documentary. It's sort of shot like a documentary, but it's actually real, real actors and actresses just portraying the parts of these people who put on this play and how they went around doing all the testimonies and whatnot and how they, ended up actually making the play. At first, I was a little, not quite sure what to think about the fact that they, were trying to make it sort of like a documentary. See, I don't want to say completely like a documentary. It was sort of like a documentary, sort of shot that way, but at times it wasn't. But I wasn't quite sure to think about that because, I would have probably liked this movie a little bit better had it actually really been a documentary about the actual people who put on the play and actually interviewed the people, and you were actually showing the real people interviewed. That would have been a little bit more interesting instead of everybody being played by an actress or actor. But about 10 minutes in the movie, you stopped thinking, oh, that's Christina Ricci, and you stop thinking that stuff. you just kind of get into the movie. And again, it was great. Like I said, definitely touches the heartstrings. Very emotional that this, this kid was killed, and just some of the things that people say in this town. A lot of people are, it's very backwards. A lot of people try to say like really nice things like, oh, I don't care if somebody's gay, live and let live, and then they'll turn around and say something that's just so asinine, God hates God hates gay people, and they're all gonna burn in hell, and they're all gonna die, and they're awful people. But I don't really care if they're gay, live and let live. They say things like that. I'm just like, Jesus. And some of the people just have really negative things to say about gay people, and it's really, really hard to watch at times because it's just so so wrong. Whatever your beliefs are fine, but for me personally, I feel you're free to be who you want to be. If you want to be straight, you want to be gay, bi, whatever, more power to you. Do what you want to do. I have nothing wrong with that whatsoever. And so many people are like, oh, gay people are fine as long as they don't hit on me. It's just like, geez, just calm down. So it's really hard to watch, like I said, at times, just for some of the things that people actually say in this movie. And it's all actually based on real testimony. It's an actor or actress saying these things. The things that were apparently actually really said from interviews done by the people, from the townsfolk of this town, and it's getting really twisted at times. But a fantastic movie, one I would definitely recommend checking out. Let's see, I think it won something. 2002 Sundance Film Festival opening night selection, I guess, is what it won or something like that. So very cool. Definitely a movie to check out. One I would highly, highly recommend. Definitely an emotional movie, but if that's your thing, it certainly is a drama, but definitely one to check out, and I would highly recommend it. It was a lot, I don't want to say a lot of fun, because I guess a movie about a boy who is beaten to death just for being gay is a lot of fun, but it is just a really well-told story, and really, really enjoyable, so definitely check this one out. So that's it for what I bought when I watched today. Definitely got some great deals today. All those CDs, again, were only $1 a piece, and all the DVDs were only $1.50 a piece, so great deals there. And also watching the Laramie Project, like I said, a great, great drama, one I would highly recommend. It was a great movie. Definitely see that one. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned to see what I bought when I watch tomorrow. See ya.